Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. That's how bureaucrats in the state of Florida start off their prayers. And don't call them egotistical. They're not even sure what that means. I've been doing a little digging into which commissioner was trying to exempt county commissioners from Florida's public record law. And it turns out it was Donna Sapa. She's the District 5 commissioner from Hillsborough County. So I wrote her an email and I told them all on the board, because they unanimously supported this legislative agenda, they were all for it, that they should all come out and issue a public apology. But these are the kind of people that look in the mirror and think they get better looking each day, so they're not going to do that. All that I got back was a generic email from Mrs. Sapida's office that said the Tampa Bay Times article was deceitful, and we need the Sunshine Law exemption for county commissioners because we serve on boards like the Human Trafficking Commission. Well, if you needed the Sunshine Law exemption for the Human Trafficking Commission, why didn't you specify that in the legislative agenda? And if you went ahead and were going to respond to constituents who took time out of their day to email you, why are you using a template? Because other people sent me the emails that they received from Mrs. Sapa. Guess what? The only thing that changed was the recipient's name. Otherwise, it's all the same. Now, they're hoping you're going to believe this lie that they need to be exempt from public records requests because it's going to help fight human trafficking. But ask yourself this: how does exempting county commissioners' communication with developers prevent human trafficking? It doesn't make any sense. And when I raise concerns about some of the commissioners on this board are calling public records requesters swamp creatures, I got the same generic reply that she sent everybody. The only thing that she changed was the recipients' names. They didn't even take the time to address every constituent who reached out against them. They think they're better than us. So now the people that received this generic email, once they figured out that this is a generic carbon copy email, they're now calling for Mrs. Sapa to resign. See, she blames the Tampa Times for a very deceitful article. And I don't know if you guys have seen this Tampa Times article, but the author of it, or the reporter, he is funnier than a rubber crutch. The first thing he said was Donna Sapa just sits on the Diaz like a potted plant. She hasn't produced much of an agenda. And then he went on to say the only time you see movement from Donna Sapa is when she is agreeing with Josh Woostel. And this is the part that had me laughing. He recommended a way to save taxpayers' money. He said, we get rid of Donna Sapa and we give Josh Woostel a second vote. That way, taxpayers save money and you get the same thing. I'm Matt the Welder. God bless America. And in 2026, I want to be Florida's next governor, but I need all the help I can get. If you like these videos, share them. If you're on Donna Sapa's side, send them to her. And if you can, donate at mattthewelder.com.